to On the Sevens with Pi Frisbee Metatron, where we come to awaken, ascend, and expand. I am thankful and grateful for everyone that is watching this live on Zoom, live on Facebook, or listening live on my internet radio station, On the Sevens with Pi Frisbee Metatron. However, I do have a suggestion. If you want to be part of the conversation, if you want to have your voice heard, I suggest that you tap into the Zoom link and you connect with us on Zoom. It's not that I don't pay attention to Facebook. I'm a one-man operation over here, and I don't multitask that well. I like to stay focused in on where everything is at. So join us, join me here on the Zoom link if you want your voice heard and if you would like to participate in the conversation. If you're just here to listen, then you could certainly do that via the Facebook. I want to tell you guys, today is a good damn day to be me. Y'all already know every day is a good damn day to be me. I believe it. I am that, I be that, I live that, and I demand that back. And what I mean by demanding it back is I demand that anyone that I encounter has to let me be me. They have no other choice in the matter. So anyone that attempts to push me into not being me will be met head on by PB. That's just the way it is. So I want all of us on the call. You can unmute yourself if you want. We can have the Homie the Clown episode, but I want you guys to repeat this after me. Today is a good damn day to be me.
Today,
you know what? Every day is a good damn day to be me. Be it, believe it, live it, repeat it, practice this, do this, do it 7 times a day. Go look in your mirror. Do a breathing exercise, whatever you want. You can do the 5 deep breaths, hold, release. You can do the 3, hold, release. You can do a 7-7-7-7, and look at yourself, calm yourself, and repeat that to yourself. Say it 7 times to yourself, at least once a day. I walk around all day saying it, both verbally and telepathically, but I live it. But the way I live and the way I operate and the way I conduct myself out in public, if that's what you want to say, it lets everybody know that, yeah, that dude right there, yeah, he got his own wavelength. Yeah, I have my own wavelength. I got my own vibration. Each one of us on here got our own unique vibration, our own unique circadian rhythm, our own unique drummer in our ear. There's a beat. If you allow yourself to get really quiet, get really deep in your meditation and get quiet, you can hear your beat. You can hear your rhythm. So I encourage everybody, check in with yourself. Encourage yourself. There's so many folks out here today that want to cancel people and want to cuss you out and want to tell you how to live your life and want to tell you what's best for you. I say anybody who ever comes up to you and starts telling you what's best for you, just repeat what we do at the beginning of this class. As soon as they start, like, you don't have your face covering on, just start out. Today, just look at them and go, today is a good damn day to be me. That normally will make people like look at you and then they'll get the fuck away from you. They'll leave you alone and they'll stop attempting to change you. Only person that can change you is you. Your mama couldn't change you. My mama and grandmother couldn't change me. Relationships, intimate partners couldn't change me. Jobs and the threat of losing a good paying job couldn't change me. It was me. Whenever a change manifested in me, it started and ended with me. Nothing outside of you can motivate you enough to want to continuously hold the change. Yeah, outside influence can get you to change a little bit, until the furor dies down. Then after the furor dies down and you think everything back to normal, you're just going to go back to who you are. Real change is motivated and inspired from within. So if you start being and living and walking around knowing that today is a good damn day to be you, then folks will know it too. I advocate letting everyone know that I am a different cat, and you might not want to mess around and get scratched because I got different type of claws. Y'all got different type of claws. So I advocate that you do whatever you have to do personally to let everybody know that you are a different type of cat. And if they mess with you too much, they're going to get scratched by some different type of claws. All right, that's my rant for today. Anybody got anything they'd like to say? Anybody have any Karen or Chad moments since we last met? I had one that was so funny this morning. It was really, really funny. I paid for expedited shipping, and the shipping was not expedited, and I called the company back, and I was really, really nice about it. I let them know that, I paid for overnight shipping, and, the stuff didn't come the next day. And the person on the other end of the line was like, well, what do you want me to do? And I said, oh, you picked the right one to answer that. And I proceeded to go down a list of about 12 things that I would like for them to do because they fucked up my order. And by the time I got to the end of the list, the manager was on the phone. And needless to say, I got my shipping refunded, and the product that I already received it, is being shipped again. And I have a credit on my account as well, because I refuse to allow anyone to get over on me, and I know it. Now, if you get me and I don't know nothing about it, hey, shame on me. But you're just not going to do me. You're just not going to do me, and I'm just going to be like, oh, well, it was only X amount. Nope. Mm-mm. So that was my, and then the manager at first was like, well, sir, you need to calm down. I'm like, no, you guys need to train your people how to work properly so that I don't have to call back in. That's what you don't tell me what I need to do. I know what I need to do. Yeah, if you would have handled my order right, I wouldn't even be on the phone with you. So yeah, you got workers that are not doing their job. So I'm glad that I could be me today. I'm glad that I'm not afraid to check aberrant behavior. Some folks won't say anything. Some folks will just take it and then get home and get mad and beat your kids, or get home and get mad and start an argument with your husband or your wife, or get mad and take off in the car and have a wreck. I'm not the guy. And I don't have to think about it. I have to like, wait a minute, what'd you say? No, I'm reacting. I'll get on your ass as soon as it happens. Yes, Sharon.
This is so very true. Like the energy we hold in, it has to go somewhere. Like either we're going to abuse other people. Normally, like if we had children, we would do that. We abuse ourselves if we don't speak up. So I have this person in my life that just gets on my nerves, but I have to deal with this person every single day. So what I did is like flipped it and took control of every single meeting that I'm in. So I don't give him the opportunity to ask these weird, oddball questions. I'm like, listen, this is my research. This is what I have. Now what? And it leaves him speechless. So I can be like, okay, that like now I'm seeing that our meetings are ending way before the hour, before they would go into like the 2 hour mark when I was letting him leave. So I can't change him. I can't expect change from me. I had to change me so that this man wouldn't get on my nerves every single.
And Sharon, you know, in a nutshell, in essence, what you did, it wasn't an email, it wasn't you know what, in the real essence of this, you boil all you get all of the greens and neck bones out of the pot. All you got is the pot liquor. The pot liquor of it was you decided on whatever day it was that you did this, you decided that you was going to let that person know that today is a good damn day to be me.
Yeah, because before I would just like cry to my friend, and yeah, I had to take control of the situation. Because he was being
Absolutely.
pretty bad, and it was really not much I can do. So had to
Absolutely.
take
Absolutely.
control, get some power.
That's right. That's right. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. I actually am of the school that believes that most people appreciate it when you clap back on them in a way that is righteous, and you know what I'm saying. When you check somebody for their ignorant and aberrant behavior, most people, they will appreciate that, and even if they don't express the appreciation to you right then, they walk away and get home, and by the time they get home, they be rubbing their heads, you know, and they be like, you know what, they were right. Yes, Sharon, go right ahead, please add some more.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to add to it that, I'm a recovering doormat, getting better. And I always tell my friends, like, if you allow yourself to be a doormat, when you attempt to get up as a doormat and be like, hey, I'm not a doormat, and they looking at you like, are
What
you
are you
crazy?
doing?
Like,
Like,
yeah, what are you doing? Like, get back down on the floor. Like, I'm used to walking all over you. It's
yeah,
really like that. So don't even start from that space,
that's
because
right.
people get used to walking over you and it just becomes habit. They look forward to it. So
Absolutely.
we're saying before, like if they're holding anything in,
Oh
guess
yeah.
what they're coming to release that stress. They're coming to you because you're a known doormat.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So they do
Absolutely.
respect you more.
Absolutely. I firmly believe in healthy confrontation. I firmly believe in don't take anything from anyone else that you don't do to your own damn self. Do you cuss your own self out? If you don't, then don't take that from nobody else. Do you cheat yourself? Do you rob yourself? Do you lie to yourself? Well, some of us lie to ourselves all day long, but y'all know what I'm meaning on this. Then don't allow nobody else to cheat you or steal from you or lie to you. Yes, Sharon. This
Mark,
is on your show today, boy. Go ahead. It's all good.
because you're just hitting the spot that I'm like constantly having to deal with. But like I lie to myself all the time. I trick myself. So I'm very lenient when it comes to lies. Like
Okay.
somebody tell me the biggest whopper, I'll be upset for a little bit. But then I'm just like, wow, I just lie to myself all the time. And that's something I have to heal that in me, because
Absolutely.
like I get to a point where I don't trust myself. Like I say, okay, I'm not going to eat any more of these chips, and you're right in there eating some more chips. That's a lie.
Yeah,
So you begin
well,
to trust yourself. That's a lie, Mark. You lied.
okay. 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 You're right. You're right. You're right. That is a lie, especially when you are walking to the bag saying you ain't gonna eat no more. See,
On the
I
do
don't
it.
tell them lies. If I got a bag of chips in here, they gonna get 8 because that's what I bought them for. I bought them to eat. I don't go through the things that I know I'm not supposed to have. I just stop buying them. That way I don't have them around. But yeah, don't accept any treatment. Don't accept any attitudes from anybody that you don't give to your own self. Don't accept any type of conversations. We have to learn how to protect and project energy. You have to learn how to protect your energy by learning how to project it. Yeah, yeah. There is a way, yeah, that you can walk through 3D and it's like you 5 feet above everybody else. Not that you better or in an exalted position, but you have risen above the toxicity and the drama and the horse hockey and the shenanigans that regular everyday society feeds on. Yeah, there is. And that is being who you are and knowing who you are. And being that all the time, good, bad, ugly, and unexpected. I know I've said this before. I'll continue to say it. I know there is some good of me. I know there's some bad of me. I have seen the depth of the ugly in me. And I'm kind of curious about the unexpected in me. I'm comfortable in the unexpected in me. I know the good, the bad, the ugly, and the unexpected of Pi Frisbee, Metatron, Mark Ever Pile. And I'm cool with all of it. I'm cool with all of it. Anybody that's not cool with any of it, that's on them. It's not on me. It's on them. It's not on me. I don't worry about what anyone else thinks. However, I am grateful for everyone that thinks great thoughts about me. That's what I mean when I tell folks I give a fuck, but I don't give a fuck. Yeah. I don't give a fuck what nobody thinks, but I'm grateful for everybody that thinks great of me. That's as simple as I can make the IDGAFA draw line syndrome that I've been inflicted with since I was 16. Y'all know what the IDGAFA, I don't give a fuck about, and draw a line and write in there whatever you want. Because it doesn't change where I'm going, what I'm doing, and what I'm going to be when I get to where I'm going. Doesn't change. What I think of any of you doesn't change where all of you are going and what all of you are going to do. And I am here to guarantee each one of us on this call today, wherever we are going, is much better than anywhere you've already been. And whatever you're going to do when you get there is going to be much more fulfilling than anything you've already done. I guarantee you that. Guarantee you that. All right, enough of my ranting and soapbox. And how's everybody? Everybody all right? Everybody easing into the uncomfortability of Mercury retrograde, phone issues, internet issues, electrical issues, transportation issues, car issues. Yeah, with Venus messing around, old acquaintances and old partners just popping up out of the blue. Yeah. all of that, all of that. You might even, some of us might keep checking your bank accounts. Some of us might wake up and find that Monopoly card bank error in your favor, collect $200. Yep, those are all Mercury retrograde, and the opposite too. Oh, I want to caution anybody deal with Google Pay that's on the call. If you deal with Google Pay or have anything to do with Google Pay, you better check your accounts because their shenanigans are up again, or they're at it again. So if you got anything attached to Google Pay, check your accounts. Yeah, check your accounts. All right. Master Self Numerology, Planes of Expression number 5 is January 20th, 2022, our regular 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time class. Today, we are still in the module of the Planes of Expression by the numbers. Today is plane number 5. Number 5, the number of life, liberty, experience, and adventure. 5 is a practical number on every plane. And let me explain why the number 5 is practical on every plane. We know the 5 is restless and the 5 likes to go and do and do, but the 5 is a mover and shaker. And the 5 is normally right in the middle of whatever is happening. So the 5 is practical just because it is in the center of most everything that is going on. The 5 is represented in all across the spectrum of vocations. Most of the versatile actors and actresses and athletes got strong 5 energy somewhere in their charts. 5 is a number of experience. 5 is a number of life. 5 didn't come to sit down. 5 didn't come to sleep. 5 didn't come to rest. 5 come to be a part of shit. So just because the 5 is always a part of something, it's a practical number on every plane and in any position that you find it in. Number 5 on any plane seeks out, searches for, and pursues knowledge, information, experiences, and adventures according to the plane it represents and wherever it is found. Wherever it is found means if you have a 5 in your name, if your name breaks down to a 5, your first step of a 5, yes, you seek out, search for, and pursue knowledge, information, experiences, and adventures on a daily basis because your first step is how you get down daily. So if your first name come down to a 5, this is you too. Or if you got a 5 in the middle name, or 5 soul journey, or 5 soul urge, or 5 souls energy, or 5 personality, or 5 pattern challenge, wherever the 5 is found. Yeah, you seek out, search for, and pursue knowledge, information, experiences, and adventures according to the plane it represents or wherever it's found. Number 5 on any plane equips you with a very keen, running words together, keen and quick perception, awareness, and judgment. 5s are some of the quickest judges because, like I said, they are always in the middle of something. Think about it like this. The 5 will be in the middle of the crowd. The 7 be walking around outside. So in case some shit jump off, 7 can get the hell up out of it. The 5 ain't even worried about no escape. The 5 come to experience the fullness of the experience. If the fullness of the experience is it's going to be a riot at the end, the 5 is going to be all up into that too. Now, with the other numbers that are in the 5's name, caution will back them out. If there's 4s or 7s, they'll back them out. But a 5 and 8, they're going to be up in it. They're going to be right there. Yep, they're going to be right there. Number 5 on any plane has to know what is going on. Let me repeat that. Number 5 on any plane, and a 5 in general, has to know what is going on. The worst thing you could do to a 5 is not let them in on the gag or the plan or the plot. They have to know what's going on. They're just naturally curious like that. Number 5 on any plane has to stay current and up to date. You see somebody that's a 5, very rarely would they be stuck in the 60s or 70s. 5, I don't care how old they are, the 5 is up in right now. The 5 is up in 2022. In fact, the 5 might be already into 2023, the way that they roll. Because, you know, the 5s, yeah, they just don't, they don't stop. Number 5 on any plane is constantly and consistently curious. Curious, whatever the other things in your charts and all that lead you to, that 5 energy keeps you curious, keeps you going down. 5 is the king and queen of going down the rabbit hole and getting stuck, but not in a bad way where they're just stuck in. And no, the 5 is, the further they go, the more they love it, because it's a new experience. Every new layer down the rabbit hole is a new thing for the 5. So they will keep going till they make a full circle and come back. And they won't think, wow, I just went around in a circle. No, they'd be like, man, you should have been there with me. 5 is always excited, always up to date, always current, and always curious. Number 5 on any plane is strongly attracted to and by anything new, odd, mysterious, and even the unusual. 5s are attracted to new shit. They're attracted to odd shit. They're attracted to mysterious shit. They're attracted to unusual shit. They are stimulated by new shit. They stimulated by odd shit. They stimulated by mysterious shit. And they very stimulated by unusual. The more unusual, the better for the 5. Nothing is taboo or off limits. You know, they will experience something and they won't even have a bad judgment about a bad experience. They'll just mark that one off and say, well, I won't do that again. But they won't badmouth anything. They won't. Because they come to experience. They come for the adventure. Life for a 5 is an adventure. They don't look at it as the drudgery, you know, like the 4 or the 6. And they're not analyzing it like the 7. And they got a little bit more substance to them than the 3. And they're not so hell bent on being first like the 1. Number 5 on any plane absolutely loves to be in the middle of everything interesting, intriguing, and provocative, and definitely wants to be everywhere anything is happening. And anything covers the spectrum from things that are deemed acceptable society-wise to things that would turn the heads of some of the most staunchest and strong people. 5 can go anywhere. They can go to the penthouse or to the basement. They can go to the crack house or to the White House. 5 don't care. 5 don't care. And the 5 will fit in everywhere. Everywhere. Number 5 on any plane never stays on the beaten path too long and changes interests, plans, directions, and intentions quickly and suddenly. Especially if you feel that there is something better elsewhere, or if restricted bound or held down too long with the same old routine. That's the quickest way to get rid of that, to get that 5 moving. Just roll them into some same old shit. And that 5 is like, I'm bouncing, dog. I can't. It drives them crazy to do the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over every day. It would drive a 5 nuts. 3 would make something creative out of it, be singing a song while they're doing it, and they could just go off somewhere. The 5, it would just drive them nuts to have to do the same exact thing day in and day out. They would grow to resent it. Yeah, they would. Any comments? Any concerns? All right. Number 5 on any plane can advance well financially due to your power of observation, your progressive nature, and your love of public activity and need to be with the in crowd. Five's got to be with the in crowd. Whatever is just think about it like this. New York City, before COVID and before all this pandemic and all this junk, they used to have the Times Square drop of the ball, and it'd be thousands, hundreds of thousands of people that were there in Times Square, whole bunch of fives up in that crowd. Oh, that's a crowd. That's a crowd and an event for 5s. That's a 5 event right there. Something like that. Because everybody that shows up to something like that is in the in crowd. 5s love that. Number 5 on any plane should stay very mindful of having too many irons in the fire and stretching yourself too thin. Number 5 on any plane is a natural, where am I at? Is a natural networker and marketer and has the intelligence, quickness, and savvy to excel in promoting any business endeavor and or public affair. 5 is a hell of a promoter, man. Hell of a promoter, marketer, networker, bring folks to an event. Different than the 2, but related to the 2. Remember, I told you the relationship between the 2 and the 5. The 2 is a 5 upside down, or the 5 is a 2 upside down. And if you look at the contour of it, so there's a real relationship between the 2 and the 5. 2 brings folks together in compromise and for equality. 5 just brings people together just for the experience. 5 don't care if somebody has got more and somebody got less, and 5 is not concerned with that stuff. 5 is just glad that everybody's gonna come together, and 5 brings people together. Number 5 on any plane can speak on most any subject with or without training, and desires to do something useful and helpful to others in amicable and beneficial ways. However, number 5 on any plane, or 5s in general, can become extremely possessive and can take completely over someone else's affairs without asking, feeling that they know what is absolutely best for them or the situation, causing difficulties and problems in the long run. And that normally only happens when the 5 has run out of exciting experiences and adventures for their own selves and are finding themselves in a lull of activity. That's when they can become possessive and take over somebody else's affairs. Number 5 on any plane, people are versatile in thought and action. They go through many experiences and adventure, and they stay young and vibrant as long as you're not too restless, demanding, or combative. Number 5 on any plane is in constant motion, not hanging around long enough for anything to really stick to you, especially if nervousness, instability, and a need for consistent change take control or regulate your life and personal happenings. Any comments? Any questions? I got anybody with 5 on the on any plane on this call? No. All right. All right. So we will move to the physical plane. 5 on the physical plane. 5 on the physical plane, people are very physically versatile and adventurous. These are the folks that can contort themselves. These are the folks that love to swing on the monkey bars and can do all type of amazing shit. I bet you some of those Olympic gymnists and divers and ski jumpers and all of that, I bet you some of them got some really, really, really strong 5 energy in them. Very versatile and very physically adventurous on the physical plane. To go snorkeling, go canoeing in White Rapids and all that. Yeah, that's 5 on the physical. Would love that. Yeah, bungee jumping, all of that sort of stuff. 5 on the physical plane is very busy with the people, contacting and conversating, and absolutely loves to travel. 5 on the physical plane advances, achieves, and benefits from vocations that deal with the public and leads to a vibrant and active life. When interested, 5 on the physical plane, people can sell and promote anything. 5 on the physical people are very flexible, adventurous, and enterprising. However, they can become agitated, anxious, and disturbed when forced into routine. And just to be honest, I think any of us get agitated, anxious, and disturbed when forced into anything. But for real, when you push a 5 into same old, or when they feel forced into same old, yeah, agitation, anxious, anxiety, and a lot of disturbances for the 5, especially physical plane. 5 on the physical plane absolutely loves to manage, control, and oversee people and their affairs. 5 on the mental plane. 5 people with 5 on the mental plane are very mentally versatile and adventurous. Can go from a political conversation to a religious conversation to an educational conversation to a cultural conversation to a sports conversation, back to politics, back to religion, over to humanities. Boop, boop, boop. Mentally versatile, and they would love every conversation. And because they're 5, they can talk about all of it and not miss a beat. 5 on the mental plane is very quick and agile in thought and action. Very hard to get the drop on anybody with 5 on the mental plane. 5 on the mental has to know everything that is going on. Don't want to say nosiness or Budinsky. However, the 5, if you and the rest of the family is having a conversation and the 5 walk in, y'all gonna have to tell the 5 everything, or you ain't gonna be able to have the conversation, because the 5 is gonna interrupt the conversation until they know whatever is going on. They're not jumping in the middle of that. They're gonna have to know what is going on, especially 5 on the mental. Becomes impatient and contrary when forcing any routine or repetitive endeavor, especially when the skills are lacking or they feel they're not good at it. Do we see the repeating theme about the 5? As long as they ain't forced into nothing repetitive, they pretty cool. But as soon as you got to push them into something that is repetitive, they are agitated, impatient, contrary. They are waiting to, they're waiting to do something. Waiting to do something. And 5 always want to do something different. They always want to do something different. Always. That's the nature of the 5. All right. Number 5 on the mental plane, thrives on having many irons in the fire. They absolutely love it. Normally, you wouldn't want people to have many irons in the fire, stretching themselves out like that. But 5 on the mental plane can hang. They can hang with multiple irons in the fire. In fact, they thrive in that. They need to have a lot of shit going on that keeps them happy. Number 5 on the mental plane always keeps things moving forward and progressing. And they are excellent promoters, excellent agents, and extraordinary and above average public servants. 5 on the mental, that's really the thing that they love the most. Public service. Yep. And then finally, oh no, we got a couple more. That's right. Emotional. 5 on the emotional plane. All right. So anyone with 5 on the emotional plane can be emotionally restless and adventurous. 5 on the emotional plane is the emotional investigator and searcher. I guarantee you, 5 on the emotional plane is the one that be looking through your phone and looking through your emails and following you, make sure your ass is going to work. You ain't going to see somebody else. 5 on the emotional will follow you to the store. Yeah, 5 on the emotional will stand you up at the door and give you the smell test. Yeah, they will. 5 on the emotional are like that. They will. 5 on the emotional is emotionally distinctive, a little unusual, a little quirky. However, because they're distinctive and unusual, they normally are fascinating. And normally 5 on the emotional folks have some of the greatest aesthetics going. They're just bang, hide your land, just drop dead beautiful. 5 on the emotional plane. Yeah, 5 on the emotional plane is emotionally distinctive, little unusual, a little quirky, and fascinating. 5 on the emotional plane loves and needs variety, excitement, and drama. 5 on the emotional got to have the drama. It's part of what fuels them. If there's no drama, 5 on the emotional don't think you care. If ain't no drama, if ain't no back and forth, yeah, 5 on the emotional go back and forth. That's yeah. And if you don't, then you don't care. You don't care about me because you won't argue. Yeah, that's some 5 on the emotional. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 5 on the emotional, people may not handle crisis and chaos well. For as much as they like that environment, they still may not handle it well. And 5 on the emotional should avoid displaying temper tantrums and voicing sharp criticism. Y'all know, think about a 3-year-old that you take their toy away from them and they just spin out in the middle of the floor and I've seen grown people with 5 on the emotional do that. Yeah, or avoid sharp criticism. And I'm being really nice because I'm going to publish this in a book. So what I mean by sharp criticism, y'all know you ain't really been cussed out good until you've been cussed out by 5 on the emotional. Mm-hmm. 5 on the emotional plane easily changes emotional interest and always without regrets. 5 will be deuces, baby, I'm gone. And that will be it. They don't look back. No turning it into a pillar of salt for the 5 on the emotional plane. Any comments? All right, last one. Yes, Ron.
I kind of have a question. So the fives, since they are coming from or one up from the stable four where they have everything together, is the five energy more like I don't naturally have it together, so I'm going to put forth more energy to seem like I have it together. So that's why they need the reassurances and the I need to know everything.
Well, that's part of it about their needing to know and the reassurances. However, look at the two numbers that the five is in between. The stable, secure, worker bee, company person, solid, dependable four, and the duty bound, worker, service, selfless servant of the six. So that makes that five a little nervous anyway. The five is in between, too much solid, too much. Five, look at the four, be like, dude, I don't want to work that hard. Look at the six and be like, I can't do what you do. So yeah, part of it is so the need to be in the public, that need to be promoting, that need to be connecting with people and connecting with events. Yeah, it is definitely due to them being placed in between two. I mean, there's no really two greater solid numbers. I mean, 4 and a 6, and you right in between it, you got to hear everything about what the damn dependable 4 does, and you can see everything the 6 is doing. And you just be like, oh, brother, well, I'm just going to experience life then, because I can't keep up with either one of them. I just can't. That's what the 5 is thinking. So that's why their need to be in the middle of stuff and need to be up to date and need to be current and need to know what is going on. Yeah, because they come just for the experience. They really don't care about the lessons that are being taught. Not to say that they're not students of life and all of that, they are, but they're not here for, if you learning something, that's okay with them, but they're here for the experience. They just come for the experience and experience alone. Whatever they learn or accumulate and gather along the way, that's the cherry on top of the iced cake for them. Because if they don't learn anything or gather anything, as long as they experience it all, they feel that their life is fulfilled. They feel their life is fulfilled. You never hear 5 talking about or identifying themselves with what they do or their job, because they didn't come for that. They didn't come for that. They know that they have to work in order to get what they need, but yeah, they're not going to do. You talk to a 5 and they're like, "Hey, what do you do?" Well, I experience life. No, I mean, where do you work? Oh, I'm a lawyer. Yeah, they're not going to lead with, "Oh, I'm the lawyer," or "I'm the professor here or there." No, they're going to tell you they experience life or something along that line. Did I answer your question?
It did. Thank you.
Thank you for asking. Thank you. All right. Intuitive plane. Number 5 on the intuitive plane, people possess spiritual and life versatility. What I mean by the spiritual versatility, they'll start off a Buddhist and end up atheist and go through the gamut. They'll hit every spot and may come back around and go to, the 5 is because they're here for the experience, and they'll take the best or a little bit out of each spot. Yeah. And then they'll just make the circuit. They'll just keep going round and round and round, because the 5 is not really looking for a destination. They're not looking for a destination. So they may hang out at the church for years, and then one day they just won't even be there. They'll be somewhere else, because they're not really looking for the destination. It's the experience. And life versatility, if you have 5 on the intuitive plane, life versatility, like I said, you can go from the crack house to the White House and hit every level up or every level down, and it won't change your continents. They're versatile like that. You see the 5 on the street corner panhandling today, and a year from now, you see him winning a Grammy. And the people who he was panhandling with, or she was panhandling with, would say, well, he was just like that then. And vice versa. Vice versa. 5 on the intuitive plane can receive and conjure up any and everything from the cosmos. They have a direct link, man. They could stir up that cosmic pot, man. 5 on the intuitive plane has a tremendous understanding of universal and or higher law. And 5 on the intuitive plane has an inner knowing of things that have not been taught to them or they have not been exposed to. And often they marvel about this and ask themselves, why do I know this? Why do I know this? Sometimes 5 on the intuitive plane, sometimes they doubt what it knows and receives. However, they always make use of the knowledge and experiences through sharing, instructing, teaching, advising others. Any comments, any questions about 5 on the intuitive plane or 5 on any plane? No? Jolene, you still here? Unmute yourself, please. Because you know I have to hear from Jolene today. If I don't hear from Jolene, I feel like the show is not being complete. While we're waiting on Jolene, Honeybee, how are you today? If you're talking, unmute yourself. There you go.
Sorry, I'm driving. I'm good. How are you?
Very well.
Everybody?
Very well. Very well. Good to see you. Good to hear your voice. I'm glad you could make it. I hear them windshield wipers on. Is it raining and snowing there?
Someone let me get over. I'm about to get mad.
Oh, that was your blinker. Okay. All right. Well, it's good to have you here. I'm glad that you checked in with On the Sevens with Pifers B Metatron today. Jolene.
Hi, I'm driving. I'm sorry. How y'all doing?
We're doing good. You know, the show is never complete until we get the gospel according to Jolene. So the floor is yours right now.
Oh, I'm good. I'm just I just picked up some dinner. Y'all see me?
Yep.
I'm picked up some dinner and it was a slow day today. I needed a slow day today. And yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to check in with you. I wanted to acknowledge that you're here. I know you be leaving work and you be navigating through traffic. So I'm very thankful and grateful that you feel safe enough to have me on while you're driving. I really, truly appreciate it. I want you to pay attention to the road now and get yourself home safe. But I am thankful and grateful that you concerned enough about what's going on here that you will add me to your drive time.
I'm always nosy. I want to know. I like what you said about the 5, but I don't want anybody following me. I don't want nobody following me. Shit. That's not gonna happen. So yeah.
I got you. Well, thank you for that. You be safe and get yourself home safe and secure.
Thank you.
All right. Miss Kane, how are you today? If you're able to speak. If not, I get it. Glad to have you here. Glad to have everyone here. All right. Anybody else got any comments or anything they would like to add before we sign off today?
Hey, sorry about that. I couldn't get to my mute button fast
No
enough.
worries.
I'm good. I'm good. My power is back on.
Hey, congratulations. That's a good thing.
I don't know what they were doing in our building, but that's just rare that they have to shut down the whole power grid in the building. So
right. It might have been a transformer that you guys had to replace or something like that.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why they would do that, or rewire or something. Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking it was.
Mm-hmm.
So
well,
we're back up and running and good to go.
Good. I'm glad you got everything back to normal and are good to go. Yes, Sharon.
No, I just wanted to say to Miss Kane, I'm loving that last name. It's very commanding.
You know what? I get a lot of compliments on my last name, so thank you. I appreciate that.
Like it's no nonsense. Like Miss Kane, I'm Miss Kane. Like I love it.
Thank you.
All right. All right. Anybody else? If not, this has been On the Sevens with Pythias B. Metatron, where we come to awaken, ascend, and expand. We do go through the 88 steps into your mastered self. And I guarantee if you keep On the Sevens with Pythias B. Metatron as a part of your soul's journey, somewhere along the way, your mastered self awaits you. Please allow me to help you unlock the cosmic code in your name so that you can start happening to life instead of allowing life to happen to you. And whenever I say goodbye, it is never meaning as in forever. It is always meaning just for now. So with that, I love you guys all. Please come back. Tell somebody else to come check in with us on Saturday, and know that we will see each other again in a couple of days. Goodbye for now.
Peace, everybody.
Bye.